Hey everyone, Tin Man here with some gameplay here in the new head-to-head patch. So, still trying to climb up into Lord of Whitespire after all the resets, and really excited about this new meta and how it shakes everything up. So, I think I'm going to start by picking up Anti-Mage. I know Demon Hunters did get nerfed in the emergency patch right after the main head-to-head patch, where now they do not scale with your with the number of demons that you have on board, but they're still pretty strong as just kind of two standalone units as Terrorblade and Anti-Mage. So I'm not really opposed to playing them just as kind of a two-man unit. And certainly Anti-Mage is still a very strong early game unit. Same kind of deal with Embarrassment of Riches. I think this item got pretty nerfed in this patch. I mean, nothing actually changed about the item itself, but kind of the context that the item exists in, where there are less of those alliance items floating around. Kind of the you have less options of finding just like a worthless alliance item. You know, there's not going to be a pack that just has like the assassin buff and the druid buff and savage, and you're not running any of them. Like, that's just not going to happen anymore. Pretty much every item that you're offered is going to be useful in some way to you, and that means Embarrassment of Riches is not really its big value used to be mitigating those like really bad situations where it's like, okay, I just don't have anything good here, so I hope I have a fourth option. And now that that's not really going to happen, it's kind of drops in value. Definitely going to pick up the big time contract here. I think this item is the biggest winner of the patch, not only because we have a pair of Warlocks already, but just because it is like a Vitality booster plus. It's a Vitality booster that also enables this Bloodbound Alliance, and it does plenty of other cool stuff as well. I'm going to pick up Pudge and Batrider here. I think that Batrider in particular is like super high priority in this patch. I think Knights are the best strategy, and they actually pair pretty well with Bloodbound. If you can, you can throw in Warlock as an extra, as a Warlock and as the Bloodbound, and then you throw the big time contract on somebody like Dragon Knight or even like Luna, and they can really just go to town from the back line, pumping out a ton of damage with that bonus. Because the Bloodbound only affects attack damage. It doesn't affect ability damage. So units like Luna and Dragon Knight are really ideal. So I do like Summoning Stone and Brooch of the Aggressor quite a bit. Since I don't really have anything to go with Summoning Stone just yet, I think I'm going to go with Brooch. I think Summoning Stone is great, don't get me wrong, but I don't have any summons at the moment. It goes particularly well with Primordials, actually, which, of course, we also did not have at the moment we picked that. So I'm a little bit slightly regretting the decision, I guess. I mean, it's hard to know that we're going to get that, but whatever. I'm not going to dwell too much on it. What is done is done. We've picked our Brooch of the Aggressor, and that will go well into pretty much any build. Every build has somebody who wants to cast spells, and being able to cast them quite a bit faster is always going to be a boon. This particular situation, not so great. Perhaps I should have put the Bloodbound item on like Pudge? I don't really know. But I don't really mind losing this first round because we do get this free reroll now. I don't want to really like losing streak strategy, but I'm not going to be upset with a free reroll here, which lets us complete Razor here, and also can pick up a Chaos Knight. So I'm going to put that in. I'm going to put Razor in. I think Razor makes a great target for this. And then I'm actually just going to sell off Anti-Mage for the Chaos Knight, and maybe I should have swapped in Chaos Knight over Pudge. Not sure. But I do want to move Warlock up, get him to die hopefully pretty quickly, and then Razor has got like the highest health total and highest attack speed, so he'll be able to attack with the bonus. But he still loses, and that is still fine because once again we get the free reroll. So I'm really not upset at all about this early game. I think I'm going to sell off. I could go for some assassins here. is one consideration. I want Phantom and Queen of Pain, but I can't really justify the Queen of Pain at this point. So I'll keep my options open here. Definitely going to pick these up. I don't really think Bloodseeker is where we want to be. And then use our free reroll and see what our new options are. Nothing here that really goes with anything that we've been doing. I mean, Ogre Magi with Bloodbound, but we already have the Bloodbound item complete. And so let's see. We do get some more Knights, and I do think Knights are just very strong in the current meta, so I'm pretty happy to kind of stay the course on Knights here and not really try to jump ship over to Assassins or Scrappy or Druids, because I think those are substantially worse strategies. Oh boy, this evasion. Razor hits hard, 166, but that evasion, doesn't matter how hard you're hitting, evasion will evade all of it. That's alright. Once again, just taking minimal damage here. I'm going to quickly scout out some opponents. So we see that there's 3 people who currently have the Assassin buff already. Whether or not they stay with Assassins is still up in the air, but it's always good to note kind of where we're at. So I could buy this Batrider, but let me just calculate interest real quick. If I sell off my Assassins, okay, I can afford it. Yeah, so we're going to put that in over Luna, because fulfills a similar role, kind of a backlining damage dealer. And then once combat starts, we can buy the Knight, and then we can just re-roll. I don't want to buy any of these because of the blacklisting effect, where it basically excludes them from the roll because I don't buy them, which will give me a higher odds of finding more Lunas and Chaos Knights because they're all 2 cost. So we're going to buy them here, and we get the option of Warlock, which is fine. And then pick up the Witch Doctor to complete the Warlock Alliance. And the units here off on the right, we're not really interested in playing. I will buy them here, though, these extra units, because the blacklisting effect does not take into account when it just naturally refreshes every turn. It's only when you manually re-roll. So just a little bit of optimization there in kind of increasing odds of finding what we want. So in this situation, we're just going to buy the Abaddon. I don't really want any more Warlocks. And then we use our free reroll. And I think we just sell off all of this to grab interest. And then pick up the Witch Doctor after combat starts. So we're going to be on this early losing streak, but that is A-okay. We're not losing a ton of life. We're getting good rerolls. We're finding some of the pairs that we need. And now we just need to actually complete them. And we're kind of well on pace for a good Knights build. Taking a quick scouting, there's a couple other people also on who have a couple of Knights, but if you look at their benches, they're really not heavily going towards Knights the way we are. Each of them have a couple, but it's not a ton. And so I'm kind of liking our odds here on being able to build a completed Knights composition. So we get our big losing streak, get our free reroll. We do level up to 5 here. And I don't really want to grab any Razors. I'm just going to add in Luna for a bit more damage output. And then use our free reroll. We see another Luna and an Omni Knight and a Batrider, which we can buy all of without costing any interest. Perfect. Just perfect. So, our build is not amazing yet. We're still missing some key 2-star units, but it's still early. And we're on a nice, well, we're not on a nice losing streak. We're on a losing streak. And it was really unfortunate we didn't kill any of their units. What the heck? Oh. Or maybe we did. This person has 6 or 5 2-star units. All right. That's going to be tough to beat no matter how you slice it. So, whatever. We keep a losing streak going, and what's our life total at? 69. Nice. So, that's definitely lower than I'd really like it to be at this point in the game. I think we're going to ditch the Razor to grab interest here. And then we're just gonna add in a knight to complete the knight bonus, and then big time contract can go out on Luna, I guess. Once the round starts, we'll buy the Witch Doctor and Omni Knight, and we'll have a lot of 2 stars, right? Well, we can add in the Witch Doctor. We need to level up to add that in, and then we can have 4 Knights and 2 Warlocks, and the Bloodbound. Right now we just have 4 Knights, Bloodbound. We don't have Warlock, so we need to level up to get a Warlock in. It would also give us Trolls too, so it's a pretty good upgrade if we can get it. We may need to wait till round 13 to do that though, because we just want to focus on gaining gold. Hopefully we don't lose by too much in the interim, although we probably will lose. What do we want here? Helm of the Undying is a great new item, giving your hero 4 extra seconds after they die. But it's also really early to pick up Smuggler. I'm kind of partial towards picking up Smuggler. I think we're trying to play for a really strong late game. Oh, I forgot to grab the Witch Doctor. Oh my goodness, what? Alright, well, we've got to grab the Witch Doctor. But a free reroll. Wait, why do we have a... Oh, that carries over. That's interesting. Oh, wait, I did know that. I did know the free reroll carries over into the... Oh, after a creep round, the free reroll does carry over. I had experienced that once, and I thought it was like a bug, but then I figured out what happened is that I didn't use my free reroll, and it does kind of carry over. If you got it on round 9, and then there's a creep round, you can still get it on round 11. So, well, I guess it kind of worked out. I still am a little upset I missed that Witch Doctor, because I was talking too much, but whatever. We found the Chaos Knight and Luna, so I think we may still be in really good shape. We do kill our losing streak, though, but luckily we have reasonable interest. We can sit here on 30 for this round. Positioning like this is kind of intended to protect Luna, as she's kind of the most important unit. We want Warlock to die reasonably quickly so that Luna can get her bonus damage, and then we want to protect Chaos Knight as well by having Omni Knight in a bit more of a vulnerable position here. Actually, it may make more sense to do Abaddon over Omni Knight. I'm not sure at 1 star which one's necessarily better. Their DPS is essentially identical. Abaddon's ability does 100 and Omni Knight's ability does 200, so I guess that leads us towards Omni Knight. That makes sense then. He has a bit of a cast time on his ability though, which is a little bit worse. Nothing I really want to grab here, just for efficiency's sake. We'll buy up everything just to remove them from the pool, and then we'll just sell them back as soon as the round starts. There's no reason not to. And I'm also going to level up here so that we roll up to 6. Get the increased chance of the tier 3 units. Like Chaos Knight and Abaddon and friends. Instead we just get a Luna. I'm going to put in the Witch Doctor, which really should have been a 2-star one. And then we're just going to sell off these excess like I mentioned. And we can pick up Luna and still have our gold. So, I think we're in pretty good shape. I mean, we turned around early losing streak into a bunch of extra rerolls, got our knights, some of our key knights up to 2-star, not all of them, but our key ones, Luna and Chaos Knight, and then now we can hopefully start going to town on these guys. This opponent has 6 knights, which is pretty strong, so they did kind of hard commit to knights. We weren't entirely sure if they would or not, because they didn't have any on the bench, but it turns out they did, and well, here we're up against them. Luckily they're at a lower life total and we're currently beating them, but there is going to be some competition for knights and dragons in particular going forward. That's alright though. Knights are strong enough to support more than one player. Oh, don't know if I necessarily want any of these. Drow Ranger is like a decent stand-in until we find a Necrophos. But as soon as we find a Necrophos, we'll swap out the Warlock for it and then swap in Abaddon for Omni Knight. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, this should go on Witch Doctor. Warlock's going to be taking damage from just getting punched. So throwing this on the Witch Doctor is probably better until he gets one shot by Slark. Okay, well, that's not necessarily better then, now is it? But Luna got the Bloodbound effect off, and she is going crazy. Look at that damage. Look at that Luna damage. Man, she was really low on life, but 125% bonus attack damage lets you do crazy stuff like that. So that's why we're putting Warlock in a conspicuous position to just get killed off right away. And I guess I haven't been constantly doing this, but probably should. Just buy everything so it's removed from the pool. Increase your odds of finding the things you actually want. And it's the creep round, so we'll need to flip our back line or our front line into the back. Do want to buy the Witch Doctor? Do I need to in order to grab, or I can do it and still grab interest? Nice. So we'll just kind of flip flop like that. And we should easily beat these creeps because Luna will do a lot of work. The other thing I've noticed about this meta, other than of course Knights are very strong right now, and Bloodbound I think are also quite great, is that it's very heavily focused on getting 3-star units, very often due to the bonus rerolls and just the blacklisting effect combined. People get a lot of 3-star units in the game now. I think we just saw somebody get a 3-star Tiny popped up while I was talking. Yeah, one person has a 3-star Tiny. And like that's, by the end of the game, the winning person normally has like 4 or more 3-star units. And that's pretty high, pretty crazy and pretty high compared to what it used to be. I'm definitely going to pick up the Bracers of Desperation here. This item is insane. Even if it's not at its best in a Knight's composition, it is quite strong on something like Omni Knight or Abaddon. I'm not necessarily... I think a 2-star Warlock would wear it a little bit better. Nothing I really want here. I'm just going to be pumping gold into leveling up so we can level up next turn and throw in, I guess, Abaddon? It's unfortunate we really haven't found any upgrade units since in quite a while, in like 5 rounds or so. But we're going to pump in 3 levels here so that we get right up to 15 of 16, and then we should be good to go on the next round. We'll level up and get the higher odds as if we were level 7, and we'll get the higher chance of finding some 4-star unit, or 4 cost units, not 4 stars. Come on, Luna, you got this. Oh no, it's a tie. No, that kills our win streak. What? Oh man. Ah, oh, that's unfortunate. I thought we had that. I thought we had it for sure. Hey, right on time. Well, at least we get the Abaddon upgrade, so that's nice. Kind of nice. Actually, with how fast Warlock died there, he didn't really take advantage of the refreshed cooldown. So putting on Abaddon. Abaddon's actually really strong, like, from a damage perspective. Like, this Aphotic Shield has a lot of text, but it really boils down to heal somebody for 300 and deal 300 damage AoE. To what, 2 squares away? That's big. Like, that is not trivial. 300 AoE damage, like, often means Abaddon can be, you know, if he gets good advantage of it. I mean, here it just went on Chaos Knight and hit 1 target. So, like, it wasn't a big chunk. But, you know, if that hits 2 or 3 targets, like, Abaddon can be right up there with Chaos Knight and Luna in terms of pure damage output. Especially when it gets refreshed. He can do 2 of them, and, yeah, it can get a little crazy. It's even crazier if you get him to 3-star. 600 damage magic AoE. That's like... It's like a 3-star Shadow Fiend ult. Really, like, it's that much damage. Alright, definitely gonna pick up Chaos Knight here. We're still pretty strong. I feel no reason to be rerolling. So all we're gonna do is buy the excess units and then pump in to level ups so we can get up to level 8 where this kind of composition really comes online, where you have 6 Knights plus 2 Warlocks, and then hopefully you find you get up to level 9 to add in the Dragon for Dragon Knight. is that's pretty often the path that these builds want to go. The Troll plus the Warlock plus Heartless, if we get Necrophos, is a little bit too good to pass up at level 8. So I'm not going to... We generally don't want to grab the Dragon at level 8. You want to grab that Necrophos and Witch Doctor as your 2 extras. And so that'll be our game plan. But we do want to get the level ups so that we have the better odds of finding the Dragon Knight, who's going to be very important to get to 2-star. Definitely want to pick up the Batrider, and then because we want to progress a lot of things towards 3-star because everybody else will be doing that. So I don't really want these guys. And actually, I don't have a good unit to put in. If I had a 2-star unit or a Necrophos or something, I would probably level up here. I'd spend the next 10 gold. I'd lose a point of interest, but it would probably ensure that I win the round. But because I don't actually have like a good unit to put in, I don't really know that it ensures that I win the round, you know? Ensuring that I win the round is definitely worth the 1 gold, not only because it would keep the win streak, but I would just naturally get 1 gold for winning the round. We do win anyway, which is a little bit lucky. I'll say I was a little bit scared of that lineup. What did they have? The 3-star Tiny plus 2-star on almost everybody else except Ogre. So I was a little afraid of that, but I didn't have anybody great that I thought would really put me over the top and really lock in a win. So I thought, you know, worst case scenario is we spend our gold and then we don't win, and I just did not want to risk that happening. So new creep round here. These guys are very strong, and you kind of have to split your forces up so that you divide damage equally between them. Although you want to preference your damage toward the right side, because that's the one that has the bonus armor, and the one on the left has the minus magic or the bonus magic resist. So you want to kind of put more physical damage on the right side and a little bit less physical on the left. So this is why we put 4 and 3, like so. And hopefully they can. They're not going to come together for Luna to chain between them. But the Witch Doctor stun is really strong in this fight, so looks like we should be good here. Nice. Easy fight. I'm going to pump up to 23 of 24 and then buy all these excess. And when we do level up, we're going to throw in second Chaos Knight for lack of somebody better to put in at the moment. Ooh, Daedalus, Moonshard, and Mask of Madness. Oh my god, it's just spoils here. Man, this smuggler really coming up clutch, huh? I actually think like Moonshard is probably best on a Luna. She doesn't really need the lifesteal at the moment. I think that's better. I don't know. All of those were good options. Normally I'm just like, you see one of them and you just slam it, but I got all 3 options, so it was a little trickier to choose. I actually kind of want this Lich. If I don't have a Necrophos, I'd rather put in Lich over the second Chaos Knight to grab the Heartless Alliance. And I think, oh no, that Slark is doing crazy things. But that's okay. Because Abaddon, with the big explosion, is out-damaging Luna. Easy. Alright. That was kind of scary, to be fair. Yeah, I think we're going to replace the second Chaos Knight with the Lich. And then give Lich the bonus mana on attack. And we're just going to keep on rerolling, because right now we want to get our whole board up to 2-star. Actually, I've got 5 Knights, so I'm just going to replace Omni Knight with the second Abaddon. Actually, with the second Chaos Knight. That's actually much better. That is much better. I didn't realize that I had that. Forgot about Omni Knight. He was good to get the 4th Knight bonus, but at 1-star, he's not really pulling his weight at this point. This guy's got a Troll Warlord. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What item does he have? Is there something good? Gloves of Haste. That's not that good. It's no Mask of Madness. It's no Maelstrom. Or Daedalus or anything like that. Although it still beats me. Well, at least we get a free reroll. No reason not to buy up everything. I sometimes don't do this. That's sheerly out of laziness. Or being distracted. Nothing I really want here, so I'm going to reroll. There's an Abaddon that I definitely want. We're going to reroll some more. Get the Omni Knight. How much more can I reroll? Just once. I don't need Crystal Maiden. Not in this build. Not here. Actually, maybe I do like just having Warlock. Actually, I wonder if putting Bracers of Desperation is better on Lich than it is on Abaddon. I kind of like Lich having the Brooch of the Aggressor. I think that's still reasonable. This guy's tiny. He's just constantly tossing. And how spread they are makes Luna really bad, and that's annoying. Alright, so we're in a losing streak now. We're still really healthy, still above 50 life, so I'm not going to like panic just yet. Definitely don't want to overreact to this little batch of a losing streak and just like panic reroll everything. There's an Omni Knight, there's a Necro and a Dragon Knight. Oh man, how lucky. So let's do this. Put this back on Witch Doctor, get our free reroll, and I'm actually going to sell off Lich to grab interest. And then Necrophos should be in over the Bloodbound, right? I mean, I guess we lose the Bloodbound buff. Is that acceptable? I think it is. Oh boy, that's Slark, man. That's Slark with the Moon Shard. I think it's acceptable to lose that to grab the Heartless buff. And I also kind of want to duck into a corner here. Rather than just being out in the open. Kind of force them to come to me a little bit more. Let's use our reroll. I think we're going to just get rid of this because our 9th unit would be a dragon with Dragon Knight ideally. It's a creep round, and so I think I'm actually just going to level up to level 9. Maybe I should have waited to use my free reroll until I leveled up here. Probably should have, because I'd like to level, which will give us the highest odds of finding the Dragon Knight, and then we just throw in Dragon Knight and a dragon of any sort, whether it's a Puck or Viper, just purely for the bonus. And then this big time contract kind of goes to waste unless we ever get up to level 10, and then we can throw one in if we want to. Not really sure that we want to. Although I'm one away from an Abaddon 3, and I think Abaddon 3-star with Bracers of Desperation is going to be like top DPS. I'm like pretty sure of it. I'm pretty sure he's going to be top DPS, throwing out multiples of those shields that explode for 600 AoE. It'd be pretty crazy. Another Bracers or a Battle Fury? I don't have somebody else for Bracers. I'm going to put Battle Fury on Chaos Knight. That's probably advisable. And then just throw the extra bonus health on Omni Knight. There's the Abaddon! Woo! Alright. Now we get to see how strong Abaddon 3-star is. I'm still going to reroll at least a little bit. Try to find this. Oh wait, I guess I can just throw in... I can throw in a dragon. No, I'm just going to throw in a second Chaos Knight. I did level, but I don't have 2-star Dragon Knight, so throwing in a dragon's not necessarily worth it. Maybe I should have rerolled more. But I thought we got a pretty big power spike here, so I'm not terribly concerned. The Abaddon 3-star and all. Like, this Aphotic Shield, oh, it didn't even pop. But if it did pop, he'd be like top DPS. Like he basically had a 600 AoE to whoever they had left just sitting there. So there's no chance we were losing that. Right. So next order of business is 3-star Chaos Knight, 3-star Batrider, 2-star Dragon Knight, and Necro. And then we can sub in Puck whenever we see an opportunity, or Viper. I'm not really sure which one's better, Puck or Viper. Is Omni-Knight 3-star reasonable? Probably not. I'd rather not work towards it. Oh my god, double Lich? I'm gonna ditch these Vipers to grab in. Or, wait, I thought it was. Oh, I thought I had more gold. I thought I had 2 more gold. Double Lich. I mean, Lich with bracers is pretty good too. I'm gonna pick it up because it's kind of free to do, and then we'll think about it. Lich with bracers. A 2-star Lich with bracers is insane because he's not gonna die. He'll be above 30% health whenever the first one goes off, and then he'll get to actually refresh it properly. Although if it's a 1-star, he probably doesn't get to refresh it properly. So I'm gonna at least hold this option open. It would certainly be better than a second Chaos Knight. There's the Dragon Knight. What are you looking for? Another Puck. Another Chaos Knight. Alright, I'm going to get rid of these Liches. I'm going to get rid of Witch Doctors too. Buy Luna and the Chaos Knight after combat. I think the Lich is a cool idea, but I think I'm just going to go with the consistently strong strategy of Dragons and Knights instead. Just try to find Dragon Knight, Necrophos, and we should be able to cruise to a pretty easy victory, because Knights are insane, and so is Abaddon. I mean, look, Abaddon is almost out DPSing Luna as a 3-star. Okay, a 3-star units probably should, but you don't think a pure tank like Abaddon to be able to do something like that. But he can, because 600 magic damage AoE is pretty strong. Alright, we need Batriders. I don't need Witch Doctors anymore. Don't need Omni Knights. Don't really need Troll Warlords. It's cool and all, but not really what we need. I'd still like to keep up our interest. I don't want to go down super low, so I'm going to sit here, and if we win, we'll get the 2 gold of interest. We're actually not like the highest net worth. There's somebody who is substantially higher. Look at all these 3-stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 3-star units? Wow. Okay. That's impressive. Look at that Abaddon damage. Whoa! 6,000! That was important. Like, that was necessary to win this fight. This opponent... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess it's only 5. But then the druids get leveled up because of each other, so it's essentially 6. Man. Told you, it's a 3-star I forgot to... I couldn't grab the Chaos Knight fast enough. I was too surprised. And now I'm sad. Very sad. Dang it. Dang it. Now we're not going to get a 3-star Chaos Knight. The other Knights player is almost eliminated. Alright. It's a creep round. I'm really tilted about that. Really tilted. That's okay. We'll keep focus here. We want to get 2-star Dragon Knight, 2-star Necro. And don't forget to buy things that we say we want to buy, just because we're stunned by how many 3-stars our opponents have. And the fact that we beat that many 3-star units. So we want to buy everybody. What do I want here? All of these kind of stink. I'm going to pick up Eye of Scotty. Because that one is... Well, we don't have a Medusa, but it's not terrible on somebody like Batrider here. Pick up the Puck. There's the 2-star Dragon Knight. So now it makes sense to throw in the puck over the second Chaos Knight. And yeah, we'll move this over. And I guess maybe Eye of Scotty can go on Dragon Knight. Kind of tuck him away here. Should probably swap Necrophosa and Puck here. You want that straight line ability kind of in the corner rather than Necrophos. But really, Necrophos is here for walking synergies. He's not really here for his healing. Certainly not at 1-star at least. He's walking synergies instead. All right, I think we're going to be able to... that was the current first place person, and I think we're going to be able to walk over them pretty easily. Do I need to buy anything? I don't really need to like constantly buy these 1-cost units because I'm not looking for any 1-cost units. I already have my Batriders. I guess I can start looking at Witch Doctors. There's the Necrophos. Okay, so let's swap these so Necrophos can actually get into a fight. And you know what? Sure, I can start working towards a 3-star Witch Doctor. I know we had a couple earlier that we sold off to kind of give up on it, but now that our pipeline is a little bit clearer, we're not really looking towards... We're just looking for 3-star Luna and Chaos Knight, so we have the bench space and we have the kind of the throughput to be able to hold on to these other options to try to get things to 3-star. So should I be putting Moonshard on Dragon Knight? I think Eye of Scotty's pretty good on him though, because I don't think Luna bounces. The bounces from Luna do not apply Eye of Scotty. And I'd rather give the extra health to Dragon Knight anyway. So one option we could do is we can go 4 Trolls if we get up to level 10. Pick up Troll Warlord and then Shadow Shaman and replace Puck. So we lose the Dragon bonus, but we get the Knight, or they'll get the Troll bonus, and then we make like Luna our primary carry. And Troll Warlord himself, of course. I'm not going to do anything right now since we're obviously at a good point for interest and I didn't need any immediate upgrades. So no sense to really do that at this exact second. Wait till combat starts at least. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my god. He got 1 shot? What? He got 1 shot there? I thought, okay, he's going to drop to 30, and then he's going to get his shield, and it's going to blow up and kill everybody. And then he got 1 shot by Lena. Jesus. Alright, well, at least we get the free reroll. And pick up a Witch Doctor. What do I want to do? If I had just won that fight, it would have been a lot simpler. You know, I'm not going to go for Trolls. I don't think it makes much sense. I'd rather keep the Dragons. I'd rather just keep Dragons. And try to hit 3 stars on everybody. Don't try to level up to 10. Just try to hit 3 stars on Witch Doctor, Luna, and Chaos Knight. And maybe backdoor away into Dragon Knight 3-star, although that is super unlikely. Oh my god, everybody's so slow. Alright, we get this win, knock this one out, and then it's just me versus that one that we barely lost against. But it's creep round, so we don't need to worry too terribly much just yet. We'll have a chance to kind of build up our economy a little bit here. Pick up the Omni Knight because it doesn't cost interest. And we'll just do another quick scouting. So we got to be aware of Tiny. So for that, I kind of, when we reposition, I'm going to kind of put Puck and Witch Doctor kind of in opposite, or yeah, Puck and Witch Doctor in opposite corners. And then our main force kind of like clumped in the middle so that somebody gets Tiny tossed to one of the ones on the side and not to like Luna or Dragon Knight formation. This dragon's like immune to magic damage, isn't he? 75%. I'm like, Abaddon did not deal like any damage with his ult. Yeah. All right. So we're just gonna sit here and we're just gonna reroll a ton here. Expanded roster. Oh. Yes, please. Okay, now I can afford to put the troll synergy in. I guess I preemptively sold that, huh? Oh my god, and there's Luna, there's an Omni Knight. Let's roll. Let's roll. I could even find it if I can find another Dragon Knight, that would be ideal.
Death approaches.
Could not. I'm still gonna keep rolling because this makes the most sense. I would definitely rather another Dragon Knight over this Chaos Knight, or of course Troll buff. But we're a little ways away from the trolls now that we sold the Troll Warlord. We might just win the game right here. I think we do just win the game right here, but I forgot that expanded roster is a thing we could potentially do. And we get the win. Alright. Knights are pretty insane. I think they're the strongest strategy in the current meta. We just got up a big boss 5 with it. And then some. Because of the bonus couple points. So yeah. I wouldn't necessarily recommend forcing Knights all the time. But if you see Batrider, pick it. If you see Luna or Chaos Knight, pick them. And you'll just kind of naturally gravitate towards Knights a whole lot. It's a very strong strategy. The build that I played there, I think, is the best current build. You run 6 Knights plus the 2 Warlocks, Witch Doctor and Necrophos at level 8. And then at level 9, you add in another Knight, or another Dragon, sorry, and get the Dragon Knight Alliance. And then you just reroll a bunch at level 9, trying to find 3 stars on your units. We were pretty close to a lot of them. Did not quite complete them, the Luna and Chaos Knight, but given another turn or two, I'm sure we could have got them, or a little bit better luck. It's really strong, and I would highly recommend playing that right now. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and check out all of my other awesome guides and meta reports and patch note analysis, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you then.